where iron sharpens iron.
Brought to you by American Commercial Auto Insurance.
Wait, I can't say something.
And it
again?
just changed my sound. It removed your sound too. That's crazy. All right, I got to get rid of this mic. Oh, shit. Did you just fall out of your chair, bro? Oh, my God. David, this is recording already. That is classic, bro.
Flag on the play. 2 trucks, same insurance company for 2 years? You might be overpaying. Go to aca22.com. No penalty if I'm wrong. Big savings if I'm right.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to Coach Tree's Chalk Talk. And we are here shooting the first episode. So day one, super excited. I've got our guest here, David Miller with All Things Solutions. So we're going to talk to David, learn more about his company. And if you saw in the intro, this whole thing is about building better businesses, right? We want to bring you the tools and the resources and the people that can help us buy back our time, right? Because everybody started a business usually for more freedom, more money, and to build a legacy for our family. That's what most of us are in this. I want to introduce David. So David Miller is the founder and creator of All Sync Solutions. I've known David for a few years now, and kind of watched him evolve and create this company. And not only have I watched him do that, we hired David for our insurance businesses. And David has been building a CRM that, put it this way, I asked David to build me a clone that will talk to me as if it was an old high school football coach, right? So I needed like the combination of Bill Parcells and Jimmy Johnson kicking me in my butt when I need it, right? And I'll tell you what, David, the mad scientist, as I call him, delivered. So I love my clone. I love our system. We're putting the final touches on it. But when I tell you about buying back our time or being able to gain more time, I could not think of a better first guest to bring on than the guy that we partnered with to help me and my team buy back more of our time. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to Coach Tree's Chalk Talk and the first episode, the first guest. I mean, bro, like the first one. So David, welcome, my friend. How you doing, brother?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm doing good.
Absolutely,
living the dream.
man. Cool. Real quick, tell me that. Tell us about David. Tell me about All Things Solutions and who do you help?
Okay. So a little bit about me. I was actually born in Mexico. I don't know if a lot of people know that or not.
Okay.
My family moved to the U.S. when I was 2, and then I pretty much was raised in Houston, Texas. So
Okay.
I'm a Texan. And then I met my wife at college, and that's the reason I'm here in Jacksonville. We got married in 2017, and been here since in the
Okay.
Arlington area. Yep. So that's a little bit about me. I got into school for industrial organization psychology, which I know is kind of a little bit boring in the blue collar.
Say that again. What is it?
Industrial organization psychology.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
The
kind
CRM's
of
making a little more sense now, David.
yeah. So it was it's like people management. Typically it's in HR, but anyway, that was kind of the career path that I thought I was going to get into.
Okay.
But as I moved to Florida, that did not happen. And so I had to adapt. And I thought, well, what better way to get into HR than to do recruiting? And that's how I started to really learn about software, which is technical recruiting.
Okay.
So I could say that it all just started around about 2018. But as what most business owners are used to, right? Corporate screws them over,
Yep.
and so I decided
there and
to
done
run
that.
a business. Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided to run a business, and didn't know what I wanted to get into at the time. And this was around what was it, like 2021. And I was like, I don't know what I need to do, but I just need to run a business. And I had a buddy of mine who was like, hey, I'm starting a moving franchise, and then from there, I said, "Sign me up." So we started. So I started doing moving, household moving, and then from there, that evolved into cleaning. In the whole time, I've learned all sorts of different softwares, tried them all. They all
Right.
suck, and
Vehicles are on the road every day. Why not turn them into your most powerful marketing tool? At Design It Wraps, we create eye-catching commercial wraps that help businesses get noticed everywhere they go. Whether it's one work truck, a service van, or an entire fleet, we handle the design, printing, installation, and vehicle upfitting, all under one roof. Trusted by local businesses, municipalities, and fleet operators across the country, we're here to help your brand stand out from the competition. Design It Wraps. Wrap it. Brand it. Grow it.
and then in the meantime, I was always doing technical things in the background, and then
Building
and then
apps
from
and
there,
everything, right?
yep, yep. And so finally, just it wasn't really until later last year that I decided to make the transition and start offering services as far as building apps and things like that. Because I as me being in the small business world, cleaning,
Right.
moving, I also worked in mold remediation. The number one thing, and this is why All Sync was born, and why I'm so passionate about it, is because you have a software, right? First off, you always try to get a software that's budget friendly, right?
Of course.
Um, and so then you think to yourself, okay, well, if the software can do this, then I'll do the rest manually, right? That never works
Never
because
works.
you forget you're doing something. Peak season comes through, and it's like, and
You got no
it's a
time.
nightmare. Yeah, it's a
You're
nightmare.
back to no time, bro.
Yes, then you try to get somebody else to do it, but they're not in your brain. They don't understand.
No. They don't
So
want to be in
yeah,
my brain. They don't. Be careful what you wish for. That's for sure. So what
yeah.
would you say is in the time that you've been doing it, what would you say is the biggest misconception? So you just talked about, I want budget friendly. I need to do all this, but I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to have this manual part. What would you say is the biggest misconception that you keep running into at business owners with AI?
Well, with AI, honestly, I think the biggest hurdle is their fear. I think they just don't
Okay.
understand it. They're scared of it. And they think, oh, it's going to take our jobs. And honestly, like, if I was, okay, so for example, AI, right? You could argue that the number one job AI could take over is an office manager, right?
Okay.
It can probably take calls. Obviously, in the small business world, you don't want it to do calls because you want customers like talking with real people, but it can do a lot of
Yep.
stuff. But
Yeah.
if I was an office manager and I was using AI, I would actually utilize it to take over all the mundane stuff. And then I can now pitch myself to be a much valuable asset to the business owner. And that's
Right.
what I think a lot of business owners don't understand about AI is like they just think it's going to take over, or like they think that maybe by not using it, by boycotting it, it's going to disappear. But it's not going anywhere, and it's going to get better. It's going to get bigger. So you have to embrace it. I think is the biggest thing that business owners need to do is they
Yeah.
just need to embrace it and start small. You don't need to. In my experience, you start small and then work your way up.
Right.
Coach Tree, and I'm back in the plant. We're here to talk safety and cutting those workers' comp costs. I'm loud. I'm in your face. That's how you remember it.
So it's like you.
Yeah.
Like you were like, can it do this? Oh, it can. Can it also do that? Oh, it
Oh
can
yeah.
also do that. Oh, wait, can it do this? And then from there, now you got this like big old tree line
yeah.
full of like ideas. But it
Yeah.
was all because it started down here. If you're thinking about like, up here of like having
Right.
basically taking over, literally taking over for you, no, of course it can't do that. But yeah, you start small, and I would say like get past the Google search mentality. Stop using
Right.
AI as a
Or
Google
rewriting
search.
an email, right? Like that. Oh, I have it rewrite email. That's are you using AI? Yes, it writes my emails. Great. You are in the abacus stage of AI if you're just using it to rewrite and edit emails.
Yeah.
So no, that's great. So one other question, and then we'll take a quick break. So let's say I'm an HVAC guy, right? Let's say I don't, I'm not an insurance guy. I come to you, I see the podcast, right? And I'm an HVAC guy. I got 15 trucks. I've got 30 employees. How does AllSync help me? What's like where in my brain as that owner, how can David help and his team help me as that business owner?
That's a good question. So in the sense of technology and software, the biggest thing, and this is like this is why I love it. This is why I
All
don't
right.
mind staying up till midnight, because
I can attest he is up till midnight. Unfortunately, we've been messaging each other at midnight. But yeah, thank you. Continue, brother. Sorry.
no, because that's where software gets it wrong, right? A lot of times software is all about profitability and money, right? And so they only go for the cookie cutter. This is
Right.
why like guys at HVAC or any type of blue collar or service industry, whether it's House Call Pro, whether it's Jobber, whether it's Service Titan, whatever it is, right? It's they're like in this box. But as you know, business isn't just black and white. There's all
Yeah.
sorts of
Oh
nuances
yeah.
and
Absolutely.
tangents, and so that's how I can help people is, so I've got a software here, and now let's unpack it. Let's start unraveling things and moving things, and figuring out what your workflow is. And the beauty of it is that even when it is done and you're using it, I'm here for the long haul. So as your
Right.
business grows, as it's changing, or you need to cut back, or whatever it is, the software can adapt to you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, is I'm adapting it to your workflow and your thing. Obviously there's tons of different AC companies, but
Right.
uh but you run it a certain way, and just like another HVAC would run it a different way.
If running your business means one app for scheduling, another for invoices, another for your contacts, AllSync pulls it all into one place. One login, your clients, your calendar, your quotes, your money. And the base platform is free. Get started at allsynccrm.com. Check out allsynccrm.com. That's allsynccrm.com.
So one of our next future guests is Alex Kavanaugh, owner of Guardian Heating and Air here in Jacksonville. And Alex, unbeknownst to me, had hired you to create his app, right? Like, so
Yeah.
Alex and I were talking about Chalk Talk and all this stuff. And Alex is they're a client of our insurance agency, but I'm a client of Alex's. He works on our AC stuff, right? So like, all of a sudden I start getting all these texts and these, like this service message stuff, not like an overflow, but like good check-in, like, hey, here's a service you need to do, sign up for this, here's a monthly plan. And so I messaged Alex and I was like, hey man, what's different? Like this messaging is cool. Like how are you doing this? And he's like, oh, I'm connected with David. And I was like, oh man, shit, I should have known that. But so Alex is a perfect example, and it's cool because he'll be on in one of the next 2 or 3 episodes. And one of the things we want to talk about is the app, right? Like how is what you built for him helping him grow his business and buy that time, right? Like he's an outdoors guy. Like Alex is like, dude, I got time to go surfing. I got time to go hunting with the kids, right? Like, so it all ties together. And again, the whole purpose and goal of what I'm trying to bring and what we're trying to do to help business owners, bring them the tools and the resources and the people that can help them. So let's take just a quick sponsor break.
Flag on the play. 2 trucks, same insurance company for 2 years? You might be overpaying. Go to ACA22.com. No penalty if I'm wrong. Big savings if I'm right.
The next big question I have for you, David, and I know what I see and I hear because, we only deal with commercial insurance. That's our bread and butter. So I talk to business owners all day. But I'm curious on your side, because you have a little bit of a different conversation. What are 1 or 2 things that you would say you hear most common that cause business owners the most pain or frustration? So 1 or 2 of those things. What would you say that is?
That you're saying 1 or 2 things that cause.
Just give me one, like a common complaint you hear. What's one problem that you hear all the time when you're talking to these guys?
I mean, usually it is time. It's something time related.
How this whole show started, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably narrow it down to probably 2 things. The first one is that, it's like having a business is like having a family. Your employee, you could have a 75-year-old employee. They're still like a kid, and they don't realize all the stupid amount of taxes you have to pay on the back end and all this other stuff and costs but they don't see that. They just see that you're not giving them whatever it is, X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
And so that's a pain.
Okay.
And then on the other end is like, I guess I would say like your actual family or friends. There's always like the joke of like I don't know if you've seen like on social media where business owners like are always on the phone and they're always, like they're never like it's like the joke of like, I left my 9 to 5 so that I could go work my 12 to 12 or something,
Yeah, my 5 to 9, my 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that is the truth.
But I mean, it's like they don't, sometimes and even family members, kids, right? Even spouses, if they're not involved, I mean, sometimes if you're lucky enough to have a spouse involved, I mean, that could or could not be a good thing.
Right.
But but it's like I truly don't have the time to go do something fun or go do something,
Right.
time quality, because if I don't go do this, I can't pay bills, or
There's nobody else to do it.
it's
There's no backup.
survival.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
So
that's the whole thing about that.
So that's something that you help with, right? Is you help them solve that. Which is again why I thought this made so much sense to have you on. I have another question for you. So, and we can make it AI driven. What's one thing every business owner can do this week to get 1% better? So let's say I am that guy. I'm terrified of AI. Beyond call David, because that's what they should do. It's what I'm going to tell them to do is call David. Beyond that answer, which we'll plug the business here in a minute. Don't worry. What can they do? Right? They've never opened a chat GPT. They don't even know what it is. They've never been there. What's one thing they could do to help themselves get better this week?
Okay. The one thing they could do, right, without having to download anything or maybe not even purchase anything, I would say, if you start with ChatGPT, because everybody knows ChatGPT now, that's great.
Yeah.
There's tons of them. But even if you start,
and it's free, right? There's a free mode there, right? It's free.
There's a free. Yeah. I would just say, take a screenshot of like their dashboard and then put it on ChatGPT and say, as a business owner, like, what can I do to improve my business? And analyze this screenshot of the metrics that are going on in my business right now and see what I can do. I would say just start with that. And I think they would be amazed that it would be able to analyze just based off of the screenshot.
Vehicles are on the road every day. Why not turn them into your most powerful marketing tool? At Design It Wraps, we create eye-catching commercial wraps that help businesses get noticed everywhere they go. Whether it's one work truck, a service van, or an entire fleet, We handle the design, printing, installation, and vehicle upfitting, all under one roof. Trusted by local businesses, municipalities, and fleet operators across the country, we're here to help your brand stand out from the competition. Design It Wraps. Wrap it. Brand it. Grow it.
That's great. So here's a part for you. So how do they get in touch with you? How do our listeners and viewers get in touch with David? What's the best way to communicate with All Sync Solutions and the mad scientist that is David Miller?
Well, I know that it can be daunting because a lot of times when you're talking to developers or anybody in tech, they usually associate it with something kind of very expensive. But I would just say go to my website, try
Okay.
out the demo,
Okay.
and when you go to the demo, you will be introduced by my AI assistant called Kronos. Thank you for that, by the way. I think that was your advice.
Yep.
And Kronos will adapt the demo to who you are. So it will ask
Really?
you what's
Okay.
your business. Yes. So if you're an HVAC, it'll completely change it to an HVAC CRM. If you're landscaping, it'll change it
Okay.
to landscaping. And it's going to walk you through everything. It's going to ask you your pain points, and then it's going to put together a nice little presentation for you to see how it can help you. And then from
Okay.
there,
Sweet.
we can schedule a time to chat.
And what's the website?
The website is allsyncrm.com.
Okay. allsyncrm.com. All right, cool. So 2 C's in there. ALLSYNCCRM.com. All right, got it.
That's correct.
And if you can send me the demo, send me the video of the demo, and we'll put it on the podcast page too, so they can see what that demo looks like. And we'll put a link in there so they can get to that too. So important question, and then we're going to get to some fun stuff is, I think we kind of know why you started All Sync, but one of the questions I ask is to get down to the nitty gritty, right? Like we all do this. Usually there's a reason behind it. So what matters most to David? Like what's the high level matter for David? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. And I mean, we kind of already talked about it, but in my experience, when you can tackle the base level stuff, the stuff that is mind numbing and somewhat important, but at the same time, you sometimes see as not, but if you ignored it, it would be detrimental. If you can get past that, Jeff, I have seen time and time again people who just get so happy because now they can think about other things.
Yes.
They can think about like, oh my gosh, you're telling me I don't have to do this anymore. And now I can think about doing something else. And now I can think about something that can improve my business. What software right now, if you look at Jobber, House Call Pro, WorkKeys, all of those, right? All of those softwares, they're all very reactive. It's just to kind of keep things moving along, but they are not proactive software. It's not a software that can actually add value to your business. Yeah, that's why I do it.
So love it. All right. So this is a little segment that we call Off the Clock. Okay. So no business talk. We just want to find out about David and have some fun. So I'm going to fire these off. Keep them short and quick. What's your favorite local restaurant here in Jacksonville? Go-to place to eat?
Oh man, right now I don't really have I don't have a restaurant I like to go to, but right now there's a food truck here in Arlington that is insane. I don't know why it's called this, but it's called Body Burger. It is the best burger I have ever had in probably the last 10 years.
Okay. Body Burger. There's your shout out. I love it. What's your favorite drink? Adult beverage, regular beverage. What's David's favorite drink?
Energy drinks.
Energy drinks? Which one?
Well, I'm a huge fan of there's a couple, but Alani's one. Monster Juice is another one, but they're so high in sugar. And then Aldi has their own brand, and that so far has been pretty good too.
Okay. All right. Got it. What's playing in your car or your truck? So when you're driving around, are you a podcast guy? You listen to music? What you listening to?
I do. It's a mix. It's a mix of podcasts. It's a mix of country music, hip hop music, and yes, I'm super into electronic music as well.
Love the genres. Love it. Yeah, I'm a true crime guy. So if you get in my truck, I'm probably listening to some murder being solved or something. What's your favorite hobby?
Oh man, I love being right now recently because I've got 3 kids, so I don't have a lot of time. But when I do have time, I know this sounds terrible, but I love being in my VR headset.
Hey, awesome, dude. Did you see the firework drone footage from this weekend?
Oh,
4th of July? Oh, dude, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. The guy was standing on the dock and he's got the goggles on and he's Star Wars flying through fireworks, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy video.
Yeah, that is, and put that on a VR headset.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was flying it on the VR. It's crazy. You have a favorite sports team? Are you a sports guy?
Yeah, I would say I'm all right. I'm not like super into anything specific. So I mean, I like the Gators. So sorry for all you.
I won't hold that against you. Awesome. What's a hidden talent no one knows you have?
Oh man, I can make some mean food. I love to cook.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Any specific, like Mexican is the
Mexican
secret
cuisine?
Okay.
Yeah, Mexican cuisine.
I'll take an invite whenever, bro. I love Mexican food, so I'm down. We'll swap. I'll make some barbecue, come to the house, and we can come get some authentic Mexican.
Yeah.
How about that? Deal?
I like that. Right. I like that.
All right. So if you could refer one person to be on the show next, who would that be?
Randy. The trashy Randy.
Trashy Randy. And just so everyone knows, that's not a shot at Randy. He owns a trash concierge service. Just so we can preface that. He calls himself Trashy Randy, so we can be good. Randy is in the works. So Randy owns a company called Valet Waste. If you go check out King of the Job Site contest that we have going on right now, it's a wrap truck contest. You'll see one of Randy's trucks there. But yes, I'm working on getting Randy on the show. He is quite a character.
Yeah, he's quite a story.
100% character. So last question, right behind me here is Coach Tree's chalkboard. So if I wrote David's message up here for last week, which I'm going to, so make it something good. If you could leave a business owner watching one piece of advice from David, what would you write on that chalkboard?
One piece of advice.
Pressure.
Man. Make technology your friend.
That's perfect. I love it. Make technology your friend. That's going on the board. Well, David, man, I appreciate your time, brother. I'm sure I'll talk to you later today as we pretty much talk and text daily, or maybe at midnight tonight. Who knows the time I get back on to check out the CRM and so forth. And I appreciate it, man. The first episode, we knocked it out. I think it was good. We got a lot of good stuff in here to go through. And again, I just appreciate you being on the podcast. And to the viewers out there, as we talk about, and you'll hear a lot, and we mentioned earlier, nobody builds a business just to work more. I think all of us get into this, again, to build a legacy, to buy some freedom, and hopefully leave behind something for our legacy and for our family. So we're here to help you build better businesses so you and us can build better lives. We want you to keep building yourself and make time for what matters most, right? And David's a great resource for that to help you buy back your time. But again, I appreciate you guys joining us. Check out the podcast. Please follow us on YouTube. I'm going to post this probably in the next few days, and we will have updates on who the next episode is going to be with. But again, thanks for being here. I'm Coach Tree. See you next time. I'm out. See you.
Coach Tree's Chalk Talk, and brought to you by the Partners Building America, American Commercial Auto Insurance, hard-hitting protection for the fleets that move this country, My Opti Mod, Mastering Your Workers' Comp Experience Mod, Design It Wraps, National Leaders in Wraps and Upfitting, All Sync Solutions, industry-specific CRMs. Now get back to work.
Where iron sharpens iron.
Brought to you by American Commercial Auto Insurance.